Hey guys, it's your girl T. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about this whole trending topic that started with T.I. This shit is crazy. It's been going on for the past 24 hours. So as you guys all know, Azealia Banks went on to Hot 97 on Friday. And she basically went in on T.I. She went in on Iggy Azalea and everything else. So T.I. finally decided to speak on the situation. T.I. decided to speak about not only that situation, but also about the situation that went down between Q-Tip and Iggy. Q-Tip had decided to send out about 20 tweets to Iggy. Q-Tip, basically wanted Iggy to know why Azealia Banks felt the way she did and why so many other people were coming at her the way they were and why people felt like she was appropriating hip-hop. So he has sent out about 20 tweets. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a screenshot of all the tweets put together. This is what Q-Tip had to say to Iggy. Go ahead and check this out. Alright, so you guys just saw what Q-Tip had sent over to Iggy. So after Q-Tip sent that out, Iggy never replied back to Q-Tip. Iggy didn't say shit, but lo and behold, Super T.I.'s in the house to rescue Iggy Azalea. You know what I'm saying? Here he comes with his damn cape on to start caping for Iggy, and he just starts sending out all these tweets, trying to use all these big words, just trying to sound real intellectual, and it's like, it's not that damn serious. Go ahead and check out what T.I. had to say about the entire situation, and I will come back with the rest of my commentary. Just saw what T.I. had to say about the situation. So after T.I. dropped that, folks started going in on T.I. Folks was like, T.I. needs to shut up. People was going off on T.I. last night on Twitter, so much so that it started a new hashtag. And the hashtag was called When Tip Tweets. And when Tip's tweets, when I tell you that hashtag went viral, folks were going in. This shit was so damn funny. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys people's responses and people's comments and what people had to say. Hashtag When Tips Tweets. Go ahead and check this out, and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary. just read all those comments and everything else. So like I said, the whole situation is a mess. You know, the thing that bothers me the most about T.I. is that, you know, I get tired of him constantly coming to defend Iggy Azalea. My thing is, she's grown. If she would have replied back to Q-Tip, I'd have been like, okay, cool. Why does he feel the need to keep defending her? When Tiny went and turned her damn eyes blue to look like Iggy Azalea, you feel me? When she went and did that, T.I. didn't say a word when folks were dragging Tiny. They called her a blue-nosed pit, called her ugly, went in on her. You know, social media drugged Tiny. I defended Tiny more than T.I. did. This T right here. I defended Tiny. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go watch my video that I did this summer when she changed her eye color. I defended her more than her own husband. And that's what bothers me, is that as soon as something happens to Iggy, all of a sudden you come to her defense. Azalea Banks dissed your wife. She said your wife was slow, couldn't read, and everything else. You didn't say not one word about what Azalea said about your wife, but yet and still you're mad about what she's saying about Iggy. Now I understand it's about business. I understand that Iggy is his, you know, his little meal ticket. I understand that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not dumb. What I find funny is when people use that excuse that Iggy is T.I.'s bread and, you know, Iggy's making T.I. money. Then why don't folks use that same excuse for Charles Barkley? You know, whenever Charles Barkley says something, he's automatically a coon. Okay, well, why is it when Charles Barkley says something, he's not protecting his job? He's not protecting his better interest. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like society, Twitter, and some in the black community are just so damn hypocritical. Like, I just don't understand it at all. Like, just the hypocrisy that I see every day on social media. You know, a lot of folks want to get in on, a lot of folks want to go off on Iggy about, you know, she's not real hip-hop and her music is trash. And I agree, she's not real hip-hop. But in the same breath, let's keep it 100. There's a lot of black artists out here who are not real hip-hop either. You know what I'm saying? Hip-hop sold out a long time ago to consumerism. Hip-hop sold out a long time ago to the highest bidder. You know what I mean? So this whole hip-hop culture that people are trying to, you know, preserve and protect, where is it? Where is it? You know what I'm saying? It is, all I see is a bunch of hypocrisy. We're mad at her and, you know, her bullshit pop lyrics, but then in the same breath, you got somebody like Young Thug who, I don't understand shit that comes out his mouth, but he's hot. You know what I'm saying? You have people out here who cannot rap whatsoever, but they sell millions and people support them. They have millions of followers and everything else. What is Chief Keef saying that's so inspirational? Now, I fuck with the drill music scene and I like a lot of the artists, but let's keep it 100. A lot of the drill artists cannot rap whatsoever. Are they also hip hop? What are they talking about that's adding value to this hip hop culture? Just like when I did my video about Bobby Shmurda, I was being very facetious in that video. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks wanted to get mad because I really didn't care about the whole situation. Because like I said, to me, hip-hop is hypocritical. In one breath, we get mad when people are studio gangsters. You have a lot of studio gangsters in hip-hop. They claim to be gangbangers and they put in work and they're about that life. And, you know, they'll kill you, they'll kill your mom and all this other bullshit, okay? So in one breath, we get mad. Because remember, Plies had that song a few years back, These Goons Are Lurking. You know what I'm saying? Plies used to go hard. Y'all can clown him all you want to now, but a few years ago, Plies was that dude. Plies had all types of songs to get you a crump. He'd make you want to get in your car and go on a damn drive-by. That's the type of music that Plies was putting out there. But then as soon as it came out that Plies was not about that life, his brother was. Plies was a young man who had a college degree and he was a male nurse. Folks turned on him like this. The situation makes no sense to me. So folks got mad at Plies because he wasn't really about that life, but then in the same breath now folks want to feel bad for Bobby Shmurda and make excuses for him because he was about that life. Now folks want to get mad that this young man was out here actually doing the dirt and doing the shit that he was saying in his music. See, y'all was bobbing y'all's head to Hot Nigga just like I was. I like the song too. Everybody was bobbing their head to it but not realizing that everything he was saying wasn't no studio shit. So my thing is, this whole hip-hop culture confuses the hell out of me. It's to the point where I want to just pull my hair out because I just see so much hypocrisy. I really do. I see so much hypocrisy. You know what I mean? Like, now we're upset because Bobby made a mistake. Now we're upset because Bobby's doing time. He got caught with all these guns. Well, didn't y'all clown Plies for not being about that life? And now Bobby's about that life and you guys are upset? People knock the drill music artists like Chief Keef and, you know, Lil Durk and Lil Reese. You know what I'm saying? They knock them for rapping about shooters and being hitters. But then in the same breath, that's what you guys support. You know what I'm saying? When you have somebody who's making positive music, people don't support them. People don't listen to their music like that. They're not selling millions. That's why I said on Facebook, J. Cole's album 2014, Forest Hill Drive, was to me a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? I got his album and I loved it. It's one of those albums you can just play from start to finish. You know what I'm saying? That to me is more hip hop culture. That to me is real hip hop. And he sold a lot of albums, you know what I'm saying? He sold about 350K, but he wasn't expecting to sell anything, because hip-hop has been so watered down. But it's not just by the likes of Iggy Azalea. Like, we have to keep that shit 100. And that's what irritates me, is that it's easy to pounce on her, and because she's a scapegoat, it's easy to make her a sacrificial lamb. And I don't like her like that. Y'all know that I don't, you know, I said what I said in my Azalea Banks video. I'm no fan of Iggy because she likes to throw rocks and hide her hands. But in the same breath, there's a lot of black artists out here who are faking the funk too, who are studio gangsters, who are not from the hood, who ain't never put in no work. They're not shooters, they're not hitters, they're not in the projects, they're not doing none of that shit. But people sit here and praise them. So what's the difference? And then we get mad when these artists are really about that life. Rondo number 9 is in jail right now because he shot somebody. And folks want to get mad, it's the drill music and it's not cool and da-da-da-da. Which one is it? Are we going to support the folks who are really about that life because they're talking about their real life, their real struggles, and what they're doing out in these streets? Or are we going to support the studio gangsters? Because if you're going to support the studio gangsters and say, well, it's just music and it's okay for them to rap about killing and selling drugs, even though they're so far removed from the hood, then do we have the right to be so mad at this little white girl? That's all I'm saying. You know, I see a lot of hypocrisy. I just do. I see a lot of hypocrisy in this entire argument. And I will be honest, I'm to the point now where I was a big fan of T.I., but he's turned me off a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's turned me off a lot. I just feel like he's just changed so much. And T.I. to me, I can't respect any man who does not defend his wife, but is always quick to defend another woman. You know, it's just crazy. I can't respect that. You know what I mean? Because like I say, people roast his wife all the time, going at her all the time, and he's always so quick to defend Iggy and never speak about folks talking bad about his wife. He put his wife on blast during the whole Mayweather situation. Put her on blast, went in on her, you know what I'm saying, was posting pictures on Instagram with him with little Brazilian girls when he was shooting that video with Iggy Azalea called No Mediocre. I mean, straight up disrespecting his wife. But then as soon as somebody says anything to Iggy, Q-Tip didn't disrespect her. Q-Tip was schooling her. But as soon as somebody says something to her, all of a sudden here he comes with his cape. It's like, damn, man, what's really good? I don't know. This whole situation is it's so stupid. It's just like a never-ending saga. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, okay, will folks ever leave Iggy Azalea alone? Will T.I. ever stop caping for Iggy Azalea? Will people on Twitter ever find it chill? Find out on next week's episode of Dragon Ball Z. I mean, this whole situation is a straight up saga. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation. How do you feel about everything that went down on social media with T.I. caping for Iggy Azalea? Do you feel like he was wrong? Do you feel like he's doing too much? And then do you agree with me that there's so much hypocrisy all the way around when it comes to this entire situation? Let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. All right, deuces.